Well, some good news for those of you who may be concerned about what Nintendo is going to be doing with their mobile games. Their latest one, Fire Emblem Heroes, has been out for about a week now. It has already made $5 million.
And how much was this?
What, the game itself? Yeah. It's a free-to-play game.
Oh, right on. Wait, then how's it make money?
It's making money because you can buy characters. You can buy like a pack of characters, and you'll get like a random set. It's like buying booster card decks, you know, for a card game.
So there's a in-game like transactions.
In-game microtransactions
with real money.
Right, with real money. Apparently, I think I saw another story of one guy who's after one character. He sunk $1,000 in and still didn't get the character he was after. I forget which one he was after, but it was not one of the more popular ones.
Wow.
So yeah, just I think Overwatch has the same thing where you can like purchase like a loot box and it'll have like different skins and stuff for you to get. Like I don't think that's a good idea for you to, like, to spend money on something like even the little those little coin operated things where you put in a quarter and you don't see like what kind of toy you're gonna get, and you just kind of, it's complete chance like that. Oh, even when I was a kid, that bothered me.
It didn't make sense to you.
No, I want a specific one. Or Happy Meal toys. You can ask. Right?
You can ask. You
can say, "Do you have this one? Can I get that one, please?"
How do you know this?
Because when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. I was concerned for a second that you were going to McDonald's and be like, I want this toy in my Happy Meal.
No.
Did you know that...
Now I leave it to chance. Now that I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you know at Chick-fil-A you can have ice cream instead of a toy?
I did know that because I used to work at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, right on. But yeah, anyways,
and yeah, that's actually a really good idea to do that because a lot of the times the toys at Chick-fil-A are just like a little,
and their kids meals are actually
book.
good. They have like good stuff in the like kids meals with like the chicken nuggets and stuff.
Oh yeah, love their nuggets.
But
call us Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
maybe we can get something worked out.
Yeah,
but apparently, and actually, so after, and not only did it make $5 million. In a week, it had been downloaded over 1 million times, and in less than the first half day of its release.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty impressive. It seems. So of course, Nintendo has said that they're using a different revenue type than what's being used in Super Mario Run. And they're just, and this is what I thought they were going to do. I didn't think that, this means that every game Nintendo makes, it's going to be like a $10 price point like Super Mario Run. It's like, no, they're just trying different things. They're seeing if people will spend $10 on a smartphone game. Yeah. And they found out, no, they really won't. And, that's kind of how it works. And the thing is I remember they did this a few years ago with New Super Mario Brothers 2. You could download additional levels as DLC, and I just wondered, like, well, why don't they do that with Super Mario Run instead of having $10 unlocks the whole game? Well, why don't you just give them like a small game that's for free, or even have something with like randomized levels. Or like you said, you can buy an endless runner mode. See, when people already have it, it's easier to get them to like spend 99 cents on something rather than $10 when it's like
when they don't really know.
Yeah. After and when I had played the game, I had played through the 3 levels that they allowed you to play, and then I think they let you play like maybe 30 seconds of the 4th level. And then it's like, you want to buy the game now? It's like,
not really.
Well, I kind of need more than that to make my decision because the levels are not long at all. There's also the issue with the game, and I think Fire Emblem Heroes has the same deal with it, where you have to constantly be online. You constantly have to have a network connection for it to work, and I think it's like a stupid anti-piracy thing to make sure you're not using a pirated version of the game. But that apparently, when you're using it with Super Mario Run, if you're not connected to Wi-Fi, it uses as much as like 200 to 300 megabytes of data for like a 30-minute play session.
Wow.
Which is ridiculous. That should not, a game should not use that much data. Especially in a day and age where many people have capped data plans on it. So that's what's kept me from getting the game. At least with Super Mario Run. But this is making money for Nintendo. You know, we talked earlier about them going to release 2 to 3 mobile games a year. I think that's a good number to go with. And it seems like, at least when it comes to Fire Emblem Heroes, this one is going to do pretty well overall.
Now, what kind of game is this? Is it like an online thing where you fight people?
I don't think it's online. I think it's just it's a tactical RPG where you do progress through the game. But I do think you run the chance of so in Fire Emblem, what sets Fire Emblem games apart from other RPGs is if a character dies,
they're gone.
They're gone. Unless you restart the battle. So I want to say that they probably are doing something here where if you lose a character, they're gone for good unless you want to pay money to get them back.
Now, why haven't you gotten it? Have you not? You don't have it?
What, Fire Emblem Heroes? Yeah. I'm not a big smartphone playing game guy. I mean, like I said, I have the original Sonic games, but that's because I love those games.
Yeah.
And I actually played through them on smartphone. I couldn't see myself getting too involved in this. Super Mario Run, that's a bit different because you can just, take your phone out and play it for a minute and you're fine. Here, you have to get really invested. I feel like, and really, really get too involved in it. But yeah, these games aren't for me. But if they work for Nintendo and you like them, look into it.